Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. You'll notice the lighting's a lot better because I'm filming the very first part of the intro the following morning. Okay, so excuse the no makeup, but you've seen it all before. Okay, so today's red lip is not about the brand, but it is about the online shop, and it is also about the lipstick. So I will keep this bit of the introduction because I explain a lot of it and I don't want to duplicate it. But Beauty in the Boutique is the online shop I'm talking about. And what can I say about this company? I've never known an online shop like it. I really haven't. The way that they respond to their customers. And if you go onto Instagram, have a look at their Friday lunch times, because they always have a kind of star Friday lunch, and you can see that they're all a really happy workplace. And I think so many companies could learn a lesson from them in that, you know, a happy staff goes for happy customers and it permeates through. And they really seem to have got that. So do have a look at that. It's great. And secondly, today, so the lipstick is by, not by Beauty in the Boutique, but sold by Beauty in the Boutique. And it's called DuWop. And if you have been watching all week, I'm going to say this a bit in a minute, but never mind. I'll just duplicate what I'm saying. If you've been watching and thinking, yeah, but I still feel a bit self-conscious about red lips. I don't know what tone of red lip's going to suit me. And it's very difficult to buy online, and because you don't know if it's going to actually suit your skin tone. This is the video to look at, and I'll say no more because the rest of it is explained in the video. Okay, so I will let you see the rest of the video. Have a great day, and I'm going to go and put my face on because it's in desperate need. All right, take care. See you soon. I tried to make today's look very, very simple because, as you know, I've been talking about spina bifida and fatigue. And I was in Westminster on Tuesday, and then the day after I was obviously doing that interview with Sky. And so it did actually, it's washed me out physically quite a bit. And I often find that I do get quite tired towards the end of the week when I've been doing stuff. So that's why today's look has been kept very, very simple. Okay, so that you can see what I do when I really haven't got a lot of energy. Okay, but you will also see that as I get going, I kind of get some energy from creating that makeup look. And I start saying, well, let's try this and let's try that, which is what happens when I put makeup on. It's great. It actually gives me some energy back and some creativity. So I just wanted to point that out because I noticed it, and I'm sure you'll notice it too. All right, so take care, and I'll see you very soon. So Beauty in the Boutique, when I bought the first product by Beauty in the Boutique, it was actually a Daniel Sandler watercolour blush. And they do an exclusive shade, which I will show you today in today's makeup look. And I did a quick review the next day saying, look what's just arrived in the post. And they're really good. They send love hearts as well, which Jack swiftly pinched from the table. And the very next day, I got flowers in the post. And it was from Beauty in the Boutique. And again, you know, I'm not expecting people to send me flowers. But it was so sweet, and I thank you so much for reviewing our products. And their customer service, I've never known anybody like it. They're just so supportive, they are so sweet. And yeah, they've sent me a few things. So this is my way of saying thank you, because it's not just about the things that they send, which are lovely to receive. I'm not going to lie, who wouldn't want to receive them? But it is because they take the time to say thank you. They always reply if you send in an email or whatever. And that's not just for people that do reviews. I'm sure you will have the same experience with them, and they're just a very good company. So today I'm going to use as many products as I can. I obviously can't do a full face with them, and I really haven't got the energy to do too much of a face. So let's get going. Now, the reason that I picked the lipstick for today's look is that this lipstick is a little bit unusual. It's called DuWop, and I'll put all the details in a minute. But it's a red lipstick that adapts to the pH in your skin. So it's kind of guaranteed to suit everyone, because it will always look slightly different on different people. Okay, so when you look at the lipstick, you kind of don't need to look at what it looks like on me, because it's going to look different on you. It will adapt to your pH to suit your skin tone. I know, it sounds amazing, doesn't it? Yeah. So if you've been looking at my series this week and thinking, yeah, but I'm still not confident about wearing red lips and I don't know where to start, whether to get this shade or that shade or the other shade, then maybe today is your video, because this shade will adapt to your skin tone and it should suit you, come what may. So I hope you enjoyed today's look. I'm going to show you today how to get a very, very simple look when you really feel quite tired, but you want to wear a red lip, and you really don't have to do a big complicated look with red lipstick. And that's the whole beauty about, if any of you have got a similar condition and you have days where you really don't feel like putting on a lot, but you want to put on something because you want to kind of give your mood a lift, then today's look is your look. Okay, so glad you could join me, and I will see you in a minute. Okay, so first I'm going to go in with the Studio 10 Glow Plexion, which I was sent for free from Beauty in the Boutique, which I showed you before. Now, when I showed it you before, I said the only criticism is that there's only 15 mils in it. But actually, I found it's quite lasted me quite some time, because you really only need one pump to prime your entire face, and it leaves the most gorgeous glow on your skin. Now, you can put this on as a primer, or you can dab a little dot, not even a pump, over your foundation. But can you see how much of a glow that gives your skin? It is so, so good. I do actually like this, and it has lasted me, and I have used it a lot. And since then, I've also bought something else which is available from Beauty in the Boutique, which is the Studio 10 Plumping Blush. Now, I wasn't as impressed with this in terms of the pigment for my skin, but I reckon if you've got a fair skin tone, this is going to look gorgeous. It gives me a lovely subtle effect, but I just wanted a little bit more out of it because it was peach. So I think it's just because I've got a darker skin tone. Let me just show you that. And some days I actually will put this on and then just put some of this over the top. But this is what it looks like. So let me just... It is so flattering. I just would have preferred it to be a little bit darker on me, but it still gives me a very fresh look. So, but I know a lot of people have got fair skin that follow me, and I think you'd love this, really. And again, it gives you that glow. So it's not a glittery glow. It's a glowy glow. It doesn't look unflattering. Doesn't look like you've put a load of sparkle on. Now, the easiest way to put foundation on when you really don't feel like you can be bothered is to use a stick foundation. I'm using the Tarte Clay Stick Foundation, and this is how I apply it. But you can use any stick foundation. There's a lot of good ones out there. There's Bobbi Brown, which I've not tried, but I've heard great things about. Lots of people, I think Makeup Revolution are doing a good one for about £5. So stick foundation, just whop it over like that. And then I'm using a brush which was also sent to me by Beauty in the Boutique called Lab 2. This is really great for blending in a foundation, and particularly when you're applying a stick foundation, because it just makes sure that it blends it in absolutely seamlessly. Okay, so let me just show you that. Now it's probably looking a little bit on the pale side for me today. Now if you've got bits like I have, as you know, where you want bits of extra coverage, you can still use the stippling effect with this brush. So you get a really good blend elsewhere, like so, and you don't, it's all with the arm movement. So if you've got wrist difficulties, it's perfect. But you just sort of press and roll a bit more with this. Now if you find it's really dragging your skin when you're doing this, the other thing, and I've seen Pixie Woo doing this, is just give your face a spray. If you feel like you're having to push at it a little bit too hard, is to just give your face a spray with Fix Plus or even water, just a setting spray or something, because that will help you to blend it in without having to push too hard on the brush, and it will just help it look really, really natural. Now I'm just going to show you in a minute. Let me just put a little bit of concealer on. Now I'm looking a bit tired, so I'm going to use Bye Bye Under Eye. But you only need a tiny amount. Let me just get that and I'll be right back. No, in fact I've changed my mind. I'm going to use the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector, and I'm going to show you by putting it under this eye so that you can see the difference. This is in medium, but they do it in light as well, and it just cancels out that darkness so well that you don't even need to use a concealer. You can if you want to then brighten it up a bit more, but you literally apply that with your fingers. Now look at the difference between both eyes. That eye and that eye. So easy to do, and that's the pot. Now NYX do one for, again, about £6. Exactly the same thing if you're on a budget, and NYX is a very good brand. It's about getting the right shade for you more than anything, I think, with these. It is a cream, so do make sure that if you're going to apply powder over the top, that you give it a good blend in with your fingers, so that the warmth of your fingers melts it into the skin and the powder doesn't stick to it in clumps. Okay? And make sure you do that straight away. Now I'm going to use the Becca Under Eye Powder that goes with it. Again, if you're on a budget, you can use the e.l.f. Under Eye Setting Powder. Just repeating myself, but I don't have anything for the under eyes from Beauty in the Boutique, but they do a very good one that looks quite tempting, which is a pen. It's light coverage though, but it's one of, it looks a bit like Charlotte's Retoucher, and that's had some very good reviews. I'll just go and get my under eye powder from Becca. Okay, I'm just going to put a little bit of under eye powder. Now I'm going to show you how this Studio 10 warms up my skin, and then I will put a little bit of the Daniel Sandler watercolour blush in the exclusive shade. And actually, because I can't be bothered to get up and get any more powder, and because it's in the centre of my face, I'm just going to quickly go over the centre of my face with this under eye powder corrector, because it's very finely milled and it will just look really natural. Okay, and actually I will put some of it over my lids as well, like so. So you do not have to spend a lot of time or use a lot of products. You know, do get used to what you can do with what you have, because it says she that has loads, but you can multitask and multi-use a lot of products. Okay.
Jean.
Right. There we go. And now I'm going to show you the Studio 10 plumping blush, which you don't have to just use on your cheeks. So I'll just take a little bit and I will dot that onto my face. It's better if you, again, use this without powder, because, or at least if you're going to powder afterwards, because the whole idea of this is to give you a kind of glowy blush rather than a matte blush. You can actually, I'm seeing it more today now I say this. I've probably been a bit quick to judge it. You can see it. And it's really good at just warming up your complexion when you're looking a bit washed out. And if you've got fairer skin, it will look, I think, even more beautiful. I just wish they had a sort of darker, more terracotta one, like the one that I used yesterday with Daniel's, because I do like the texture of this and I like the way that it makes the skin glow. But I have that in Daniel's one, and you can put some on the chin, you can put some around the nose. It kind of one of those that you can use. You can actually use this on the eyes. Let's do it. Let's use a little bit on the eyes. So just take a little bit like this and I'll show you what it looks like on the eyelids. So,
okay, what you do is you go on invite players, then you go on search, and then you type.
See, it just brightens up the eye.
What? Oh, you can't see mine.
Like so.
I don't know, it's a thing with our settings. It's the thing with our settings because he can friend request me. But
okay, now I'm going to do something with my eyes. Okay.
Jake, your boy.
Okay, as we're on sort of more affordable palettes today, I thought I would show you this, which is a W7 palette called Delicious, and it cost £6. And it's basically the same shades. I won't use the word copy because they don't say that, but it's the same shades as the Anastasia Beverly Hills Renaissance palette, I think. And I'm just going to take a taupe shade because I liked that taupe shade on me yesterday, and I'm going to take a taupe shade and I'm just going to put it all over my lid. So this one here, which is this one here, and I'm just going to put that all over my lid. A matte one, a little bit over the top of that, what I've just done.
Okay, but I'm just going to get so many, and I mean so many. Don't kill
you could just leave that on its own, but I just fancy a little bit of a play, because once I get going, you know what I'm like.
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry.
Okay, and then with the edge of this brush, I'll just go underneath and line underneath.
I'm not. I'm heading. Wait, Jake.
Like so. Let me just take that up a little bit further.
I'm not gonna kill you, Suzanne.
Like so. And like so. Now,
oh, hey, Jake. Wait, what?
This I have to show you once more because I think it's such a good product. And this I got from Beauty in the Boutique. I bought this. It's called Draw the Line, and it came in a set with this brush. And what I thought I'd do is I would use this palette. I'm going to go in with this warm shade here, and I'm going to...
I need some ammo as well.
Shall I do? No, I'm going to do a darker brown. This one up here. And I'm going to line my eyes by dropping one drop of this onto the eyeshadow.
Okay.
And I'm going to see if I can show you this. When you drop it onto the eyeshadow, you can see it kind of sits on top, like can you see that? It just sits on top of it. And you then dip your brush in and it will kind of combine. And don't worry, it will dry out and it doesn't ruin your eyeshadow. And then you can use it as an eyeliner. And today I just thought, why not have a bit of... Just need to get the consistency right. That was too watery. And it's so easy to line your eyes with this because of the way that the brush is bent. Now that would have been better if I hadn't. It was a little bit watery when I put it on, but no worries, because I can wait until that dries out and do the other eye with a bit of a drier consistency.
Yeah, but I'm in full health.
Very few things need to be wiped out and started again in makeup. Most things can be resolved. And can you see how easy it is to draw that line? It is just really, really simple. I should be a bit more straight on, shouldn't I? Sorry.
Wait, Jake, there was an update.
Now I'll go back into this one and I'm not going to add any of the water. Just add the powder over the top of it. And I'm going for a sort of thicker line quite deliberately, because that's going to be the feature of the eyes. It's quite plain, but with a more defined line. And then underneath, I'm just going to take the powder and link it up, making sure I lift it in the corner there. So it makes it look like it's almost a bit of a flick.
Hey, I'm doing something.
Almost.
Okay. Where are you? Well, what is this?
Okay, and then I'm going to just take one of the deeper shades with a blending brush.
But where do you get
and
it
actually
from?
I'm just looking to see if I can, yes, I can use the one that came in the £6 palette. And I'm going to take...
Okay, tell me when.
I might take the one I used as a liner, actually. Shall I? Yes.
Let me try.
Let's try it. I'll take a little bit of this one.
Sorry, we're really late.
Not that one, but this one. And just to make sure it's not too pigmented,
No.
I'll go in a bit conservatively. And then I will just sweep that into the crease. Like so.
Check out the bones.
And again the other side.
No mini game set. We can set a mini game.
This shadow goes on my hair.
No, we can't set a mini game.
And then I'll take a little bit underneath with the other side. And run that underneath. So I've completely covered that blush that I put on my eyes.
What is that?
But
what is that?
You could at least see what it looks like. Okay, then I'm going to put on some mascara, but before I do, I'll show you another product that I bought actually from Beauty and the Boutique. 1 second. I looked everywhere for this, and where was it? In the first place that I looked. Right, this is called Forget Face Lashes, and you put it on. It's like a primer for your mascara, and it will turn any mascara into... It will increase the volume of any mascara that you want to do. And you can see exactly where you need to put it, because it looks almost white when you put it on. And it just thickens those lashes. And the name Forget Fake Lashes is very apt with this mascara. So I'll put on some of Charlotte's legendary lashes over the top of this so that you can see what it looks like with that. Or shall I do full fat lashes? I'll do legendary.
Bro, I wasn't doing anything to you. Oh, okay. What did I do wrong?
Just put a bit more there because I can see more primer on the other side. That's better. Okay, and I'll get the legendary lashes. Okay, the idea of this is if you've lined your eyes and you've got some pretty eye-opening mascara on, then even if you've kept your eyeshadow simple, it's going to look good.
No, he hasn't. Don't assume things, Sean. It doesn't suit you.
Can you see how it really thickens up your mascara? So you can use it under any mascara.
Nah, I'm too OP with this.
And if I put a second coat of this on, you will see that it looks almost as though I've got fake lashes on.
My inventory.
Okay, see that? It's really good stuff. So that's called Forget Fake Lashes FFL, and it looks like that. So next I'm going to get some Daniel Sandler watercolour blush in a shade that is exclusive to Beauty and the Boutique. Yeah. Actually, before I do that, I'm just going to use some Legendary Brows by Charlotte Tilbury, which is what I do when I really just don't want to spend ages on my brows, but just give them a quick fill in. Okay, this is the shade. It's called Glow and is exclusive shade to Beauty in the Boutique, and I will show you the colour on my hand. So it's like a very, it's almost like the colour of Charlotte's bronzer, actually, if you look at it in the pan, her Film Star Bronze and Glow, and it is beautiful.
It's pumpkin in me.
So I'm just putting that on with my fingers. So it's very dark in here today, and this thing is fading again.
Jake, you just third-partied.
You will see that this looks, and you can kind of, again, you can use this to just bronze up a little bit. You can also use these on your lips if you want. Okay, and finally, what I'm going to do, because it's a red lipstick, I'm going to use Daniel's liner that I used yesterday because it's clear. But what it does is it stops the lipstick from bleeding. Okay, so can you see that? You get a kind of blush and highlight in one. So now I'm just going to line around my lips. And I do have a few lines there, so it does help to fill it in. And this will stop the lipstick from bleeding. And then the lipstick, so this is called the DuWop Modern Beauty Solutions Private Lipstick. And it says an ultra luxe lipstick that adjusts with the pH levels to give you the most flattering shade for your skin tone. So as I said, don't look at it on me because it will adjust to your skin tone. All right, but if you have a look online, you will see on the website, which I'll put below, You'll see it on a variety of different skin tones and you'll see what I mean.
Yeah, that's what
And again, you can put this on as a wash of colour. Or you can put it on
did you mute him?
more heavily. Now, can you see it looks red in the bullet, but as it's going on me, it's going a more pinky red. Now, if I leave it for a few minutes, it will adjust. I think it already adjusts when you put it on, to be honest. But I will come back in a minute and say goodbye so that you can sort of see if it has changed at all. But that is today's lipstick. So if you're scared of red lipstick and you want a shade that you think is more likely to suit your skin tone and don't know where to start, then maybe this is for you. Hope you've enjoyed today. Sorry it's been very short, but I will do a longer one for you guys tomorrow. I'm sure you're probably relieved because they've all been quite long videos this week. Alright, take care and thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to tag your red lips to me. You know, I won't post them anywhere else unless you explicitly give your consent. I won't put them on my YouTube video unless you say it's okay for you to do that. I would never do that, so it's just tagging me into it. If you're happy to do that, don't forget. So it's hashtag shiny red lip, hashtag Ali M's Beauty. And if you can, donate to Shine. The link to the Just Giving page is just below in my description bar, or you can text lips18 followed by £, and then whatever you wish to donate to 770. That's lips18 £, with the amount that you want to donate to 770. So thank you so much for watching. And I will see you tomorrow. Actually, before I go, I've got to put on the earrings that I was modelling earlier on Instagram. So I'll do that for the final picture and to come back and to say goodbye to you so that you can see whether this is adapted anymore. Okay, see you in a minute. Okay, I'm back and I've switched the light on behind me. It's not brilliant, but I hope you can see. So this is the lipstick after it's settled in for a minute. It does take on a bit of a pinky tone with me, but I've seen it on other people and it is bright red, so it definitely adapts to your skin tone. And these are my earrings. I couldn't resist them. I saw shiny red lips and I thought, gotta get those before the week is up. And they were quite reasonable. I got them on Amazon, $3.95. And they're through a company called the Funky Barcode. Here they are. And you can get them directly from their website, or you can get them via Amazon. Okay, but they do all sorts of different objects. So they do, I saw fried eggs, and they do, I think they do a whisk and things like that. Different, you know, items that you wouldn't have thought necessarily that you could get an earring in. So, aren't they pretty? So, anyway, that's today's look. And thank you so much for joining me. And thank you to Beauty in the Boutique, because good customer service is often hard to find. And you lot are so friendly and lovely. And I think you deserve all the shout outs in the world. And yeah, I hope to see you tomorrow. And I will keep it a surprise what tomorrow's one is going to be. Alright, take care. See you tomorrow.